Today we're going to talk about contexts for adverb relative clauses. There are three patterns of using adverb relative clauses. The first one is the full relative adverb clause that modifies nouns. The second pattern is a relative adverb clause without head nouns. And the third is relative adverb clauses without relative adverbs. So the second and third patterns are both reduced relative adverb clauses. You can think of them that way. Let's take a look at all three patterns. The first one includes the head noun, the relative adverb, and the clause. For example, autumn is the time when leaves change color. So when leaves change color, there's your relative adverb clause. We use this pattern to emphasize the time, place, reason, or manner. So autumn is the time, autumn is a time, and this is the time when leaves change color. So we would use this pattern, the full relative adverb clause. Another time we use this pattern is in a sentence like this. Orton Hall has the tower where the bells ring. So the tower is a specific head noun. So when the meaning of the head noun is specific, like the tower, instead of something more general like the place, we would probably include the head noun and the relative adverb. Another example, the Ohio State University is an institution where one can find excellent educational resources. When the context is more formal, we tend to use pattern 1. Finally, the place where our class meets is Orton Hall. In situations where the head noun, in this case the place, is the subject, we would tend to use this pattern as well. These are the contexts in which we use pattern 1. Let's look at pattern 2. In pattern 2, we omit the head noun. So we just have the relative adverb and the clause. Let's look at an example. I know the time when the game starts. If we omit the head noun, we would have I know when the game starts. In this case, the meaning of the head noun is general, the time. It's not very specific. In these cases, we often omit the head noun and we get I know when the game starts. Another example, Columbus is the city where the Buckeyes play football. In cases where the meaning of the head noun can be inferred from the context or is general knowledge, like the fact that Columbus, Ohio, is a city, we don't need to include the head noun, the city, because it's general knowledge or can be inferred from the context. So we would just have Columbus is where the Buckeyes play football. Pattern 3, in this pattern, we're not omitting the head noun, we're omitting the relative adverb. So we just have the head noun plus the clause. Let's look at an example. Also, I should note this pattern, we use pattern 3 similarly to how we use pattern number 1. So for example, let me know the day when you want to meet. If the head noun has a more specific meaning, or we're looking for a specific day in this case, it's possible to omit the adverb, when, and you'll get let me know the day you want to meet. Another example, please state the reason why you wish to schedule the meeting. In cases where the context is formal, it's possible to omit the adverb why as well, and we'll have please state the reason you wish to schedule the meeting. This is useful in more formal contexts. So, again, our three patterns, relative adverb clauses that modify nouns. This is just our general relative adverb clause. This is head noun and relative adverb and clause. All of these parts are included. In the second one, relative adverb clauses without head nouns. So we just have the relative adverb and the clause. And finally, our third pattern, relative adverb clauses without relative adverbs. So we just have the head noun and the clause. This will give you some idea of the context and when each of these choices is more or less relevant. I hope that helps you better understand the context for the use of adverb relative clauses, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching.